at children under the age of 10.
Is up, everybody? My name is Isha Jabanputra and you are watching eCurve. Now you might be snuggled up at home sitting next to your loved one, and I am sitting next to my loved ones. I'm going to give them a chance to introduce themselves, starting from my furthest right.
Hi guys, my name is Gilda Naibe. I am so happy to be here tonight. I love this show.
Welcome.
Thank you for letting me on, and I'm ready to get into it.
She's ready to get into it. I'm already in it now. So yes.
He's been in it.
I'm the man in the middle of the beautiful ladies. My name is Steven Mwendo. They call me the king of pubs. We're here to do this.
All right, we are on eCurve and it's time to get into my favorite segment of eCurve, T-Buzz. All right, the same way Gilda has blessed us with her presence is the same way a lovely lady named Felista Njoroge was blessed with 102 million by her Belgian boyfriend. But it doesn't stop there, because apparently Sidika has put their foot in the matter and they've said, that money is not yours, it's ours, because apparently it was like a money laundering scheme. What do we think about that?
That is a real blesser, right? 100
blessings on blessings. If only somebody gave me 102 million. But then again, if the government's just going to take it away, I don't know whether I should be earning money in this economy. What do you think, Gilda?
Like, why is the government in our business like this? Like, as women, they're going too far now, you know. Like, let blessers be blessing. Like, let us please, you know, this girl's in university. Maybe they had plans to do something with this money. I don't know why they're flagging it down. Me, personally, like, the government needs to relax a little bit. On us women.
There are rules in the land, and the rules discovered, I mean, this case was in court for some months, and they decided this money happens to be proceeds of some group deals and all that.
Just stop.
And so this Felista girl cannot have this blesser continuing to bless her with 102.
But 102 million shillings is crazy. But in this economy, your money is never safe. Right now, we're paying taxes on wigs, on beauty products. Soon enough, I'll be paying tax to even breathe this air. Sir, please fix up this hustle nation and don't make me hustle more.
But let me ask you, honestly, that's 102. That's a big amount of money. And it's amount of money which now the court squashed this by saying, you know what? These guys are not explaining where this money is coming from and why it is here.
The point is the money is gone, and you know what? Whether it's for clout, whatever it's for, it's money and it's gonna be out there.
Yeah, I'm fighting with you, Felista. We're gonna do this. Fight for your money, girl. Fight for it, you know? And speaking of one of these ladies who have been blessed before, or we've heard about her story, Vera Sidika is out now. She's saying that her and Brown have broken up, but she's not cloud chasing. She says a breakup should not be cloud chased. What do you guys think?
Well, she has done a lot to cloud chase in the past. I mean, she's cut off a whole part of her body. We've seen Vera do all kinds of things for clout, and it makes you think, why would she break up with somebody for clout? I don't think she's the type of woman to like break up with someone over clout, especially in the Housewives. You know, we were watching how she was so emotional about her relationship with him and how she felt about him, and she was so like, she was into the relationship completely. I mean, she has Asia, now there's Ocean coming soon, you know, and you have two loving children with this man, and I don't think she would use this relationship to go ahead with clout. That's not to say that there's not people like that who exist in Kenya.
I mean, as much as Vera, my friends there with Brown and the beautiful kids there, I would say that they're not clout chasing. People find it very hard sometimes when you've been saying things that are not real. And
But you know what I find so interesting?
Yeah.
In her Instagram story, she said, I haven't done breakup clout in 5 years, which means before the 5
You've done
years, she was doing some fishy.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know if the saying once a cheater, always a cheater fits into this context, but I don't know if she would do this for clout.
We all love the relationship and say that finally, you know, Vera has settled down, and for a serious one, especially when you see her getting kids and saying.
But is it that serious if she's broken up with him?
But the thing is like the lengths that people go to cloud chase these days are insane. I don't know if you guys have been watching. Like people are cloud chasing over things where you're like, okay, you shouldn't cloud chase about such things.
Even the Kardashians. They say Kris Jenner, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
She does.
She does. And everything they do is for clout. So like, I don't know. And you know, they do say Vera is the Kardashian of Kenya.
Yeah.
And who knows what kind of scandal she could be getting herself into.
I don't know if she'd agree that she's the Kardashian of Kenya, because Vera just believes she's Vera. But you know what, cloud chasing or not, there are more serious matters in the land.
That is
true. And you're talking about this Alex Olamba. This is a rugby player. Or he was a rugby player. I mean, things are looking different now. He's a rugby player. And now he's in trouble because, well, he went ahead saying, well, try to threaten, you know, a witness in a case that he was involved in. And this was so serious that the court just, you know, slapped him. Is it 5, 7 years?
6 years, I think.
6 years in jail.
It's six plus
what has been...
No, 7 plus 2, whatever. However
but
they
you know,
combine
it's
together.
not only him. Frank Wanyama is actually involved in this as well to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you do your research, you'll find out what exactly is happening with this case. And it's actually really sad to see that even though justice is trying to prevail in this situation, our own citizens are not letting the justice prevail. There's people who are saying, these people are lying, he never raped anybody, blah, blah, blah. But then you're basically becoming an enabler.
Yeah.
You're enabling somebody for doing something wrong. Let the justice system take its toll, let it take its course, and let the court bring him to justice. Whether he's done it or not, he's guilty until proven innocent, in my eyes. Yes.
I don't think this helps his case because...
Not at all, because he's acting defensive.
Yeah, if you're acting defensive, like if you didn't do it, just believe in your lawyer, you know, your facts.
The day I believe in a Kenyan lawyer is the day pigs will fly in this nation.
You have a lawyer, of course, and I hope he doesn't get that from you.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, well, it's one thing to have a case in court, and the system justice has just to go ahead and they have to prove guilt or innocent.
Yeah.
But going ahead just to threaten the witness, I think that was really another level of just...
I mean, there's a lot of things that happen within Kenya, and there's a lot of things, there's so much happening like this all over the world, not just Kenya, not just Africa, but all over the world. And there's much more happening around us as well, within Africa as well. There was the 9th Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, which seemed to be like the most glamorous African event I have seen so far after the Queen Charlotte premiere, obviously. We saw Nikita Kering's outfit, by the way. I'm going to sidetrack into her outfit. But anyways, coming back to the Magic Awards, we saw the fashion. We saw Marvin Aditayo, who has posted all these kinds of outfits, these glamorous looks, something I definitely don't expect from Africa as a continent. You know, like before we would not see fashion and Africa within the same, you know, context. But now we're seeing it happen more. We're seeing people come into the limelight. The outfits are amazing. What do you think about like African fashion of late?
Before I go to African fashion, I think Gilda will take that up. We've been to Africa Magic before, I think more than 3 times or so. It's a place where everybody just shows up and just shows that Africa has it. I saw a lot of Nigerian celebrities, movie stars and all that, just coming with, you know, their best outfits and stuff. I just have a problem that after so many nominations, after so many nominations that we got as Kenyans, surely we could not show up as they did. I think this is the one Africa Magic that we had most Kenyans nominated, and I think I only saw like 3, 4, 5 groups there.
Yeah, there were not a lot of Kenyans that attended.
I think Nigerians and fashion are on another level. These guys don't
100%.
They don't play, but that's because they are always dressing up for their occasions. You know, for us, we'll dress up here and there. If it's a bit serious, then we'll dress up more. Then they're just from the gate. they've got it.
They've got it. It's like when they're born, it's like they're born into like Versace and Gucci. I'm telling you, okay, I'm in USIU, okay, I studied there, and we have a lot of Nigerian like students who come in.
Right.
And these guys stunt on me every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking in, I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing my Vans, I'm wearing a nice set of cargo pants. This guy he'll walk in like a Versace jumpsuit with like velvet and like a gold watch.
You think you're feeling, you think you're cute, then you see them and it's crazy.
I think whatever a Nigerian person does, they just do it with all their might. We have seen them, even the musicians coming out and, you know, say we don't even live in Nigeria, we live abroad. And
but one thing that comes to mind when I think of a Nigerian is money. And one thing that comes to mind when I think of money is Beyonce. I don't know why.
Of course.
So recently, actually, I heard that Beyonce and Jay-Z have bought a $200 million house
in California.
How much is that in Kenya shillings?
Let me not even start calculating. My maths teacher, if you're watching, I'm very sorry.
You have intentions to get one.
Oh, of course. But, you know, Beyonce is Beyonce. I don't know if you know about this house. Actually, if you've watched the show Selling Sunset.
Yes, I've heard of it.
There's this house that has not been able to be sold because it's just too expensive.
And it's actually fully made out of concrete. There's no insulation. There's no gypsum imevunja hapo. It's a full concrete house.
Yeah.
And this house is expensive. Yani.
But we're talking about one of the best or biggest or richest celebrity couple we have on earth.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
You know,
they have billions, so this is not so much.
Maybe we're just excited. They're just thinking another little piece here we have.
I thought Akothe's wedding gown was expensive. Kumbe, this house is like showing it.
You know, there's levels, yeah?
There are levels, by the way.
There's just levels to this. So
there's levels.
Yeah. So, I mean, congratulations to them. What are you doing with the house that big? But, I mean...
Maybe Blue Ivy is going to start getting a few more brothers and sisters soon. We don't know.
We shall see. I mean, she's on tour right now.
Yes, she's on tour right now. And also, like, Beyonce is just elite within her, you know, money, her outfits, her music. Everything about Beyonce is elite. I'm going to give you a minute to refresh from what I've just told you. Go and do your research about this house because it is hot and you're not going to get it anymore. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break from ECAV and we'll see you when we're back.
Thank you.
You heard the facts are coming home. And we couldn't be more excited thanks to the standard newspaper home deliveries because now you can enjoy your favorite newspaper without hassle, stress, or skipping a beat any day. Keep the stories and news coming wherever you are. Call 0740-830-284 or dial *207*15# and make your day count. So, you better be ready because the facts are coming home anytime you get The Standard, Kenya's bold newspaper.
Watazama nini wewe? Naangalia the couple game show. Jamani, hapa watu wanafikira wanajuana kumbe hawajuani mpaka wafike kwenye mpangilio ndo watu wanajuana. Who's your partner's celebrity crush? Uko sure?
With no doubt.
Hey, utaki kubadilisha wewe?
With no doubt.
Huyo kakungu. Mabadilisha mudi chini kwa simiti na ushiki wa vipi? Jamani, kila Jumanne unatizama The Couples Game Show. Yaani saa 2 usiku ikifika unatusubiria kwa sababu hatubahati.
You heard the facts are coming home. And we couldn't be more excited thanks to the standard newspaper home deliveries because now you can enjoy your favorite newspaper without hassle, stress, or skipping a beat any day. Keep the stories and news coming wherever you are. Call 0740-830-284 or dial *207*15# and make your day count. So, you better be ready because the facts are coming home anytime you get The Standard, Kenya's bold newspaper.
When we're talking about innovative gardening, we're talking about being creative, you know, being clever. Are we together?
Today I've learned that rabbits have a lot of parts, like the ears, the eyes, the nose.
It's business, it brings you money, it can be a source of income.
Now I'm ready to transplant sukuma wiki.
I love vegetables because they keep me strong and help me to be healthy. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Watch Watoto Shambani, Mondays at 4:30 p.m.
Every Saturday, make sure you have ample space. Get your dancing shoes on and a bottle of water. Because once we start the Miondoko movements, our hosts Claudine Sabua and Joe the Best will guide you into a music entertainment journey with nothing but the best and the hottest tracks from our top DJs.
I had a dream about a guy who's dark. I've never have a friend or someone who's dark,
And an Indian guy says to me, "Hey, Eric, I haven't seen you for a while, you and your girlfriend." So I was like, she's not my girlfriend. And so Grace got angry and stormed out of the cafeteria.
That time, I don't know yet how to tell my parents because, in the Philippines, it's very rare Filipino married African.
And I would always desire to wear this ring. So that day when I said I do, I became a husband to someone. That for me was just amazing.
You know what? Like we always say, if an event took place and we never showed it, probably it wasn't worth the while. And you know what? The biggest event last weekend, actually on Thursday, was one of the biggest events that we have ever had. And I mean it. That was big time. And this was an event that was organized by the Ukrainian embassy at Alliance Française. I want you to pronounce that name of the event.
Alliance Française de Nairobi, Kenya.
And the name of the event?
It was Vishivanka Day, brought to you by the Ukrainian embassy. Let's have a look at what went down there.
The flag I am holding right now was shipped here from Ukraine. It was shipped here from the battlefield. It was shipped from front line. It was shipped from zero line, from the trenches. It is signed by our soldiers who are fighting right now. Since the full-scale invasion, Russia has kidnapped, think about the amount, 744,000 Ukrainian children, according to Russian public sources.
We are here at Alliance Française for the World Veshivanka Day, and I'm standing over here with the Ukrainian ambassador to Kenya. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. It's my honor and pleasure to have you here, and I hope that you're really enjoying this event, which gives an opportunity to share our tradition and culture with Kenyans.
Now, not only are we celebrating the rich Ukrainian culture, but we're also spreading support and awareness for the fight against Russia aggression. What do you have to say about the support that you've gotten, especially from Kenya?
I'm personally, and Ukraine, we are really grateful to Kenya for strong support of Ukraine, especially within the United Nations. And as you probably know, and I'm sure you know, that Kenya was a non-permanent member of the Security Council for 2 years, for the year 2021 and year 2022. And during this period of time, Kenya was a strong supporter of Ukraine and Ukrainian cause. And the permanent representative of Kenya to the United Nations, Ambassador Kimani, was very straightforward in defending Ukrainian cause, in demanding Russia stop fighting in Ukraine, and demanding Russia to go back to Russia in order for Ukraine to reinstate its sovereignty over the whole territory of my country.
Alrighty, Cub fans, we're here at the Vishvanka celebrations for the Ukraine country, and we have the French ambassador to Kenya with us. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you so much. Asante sana.
I personally know you, but our fans at home don't know you. Could you please give yourself a brief introduction?
Mimi ninaitwa Arno Suke. Mimi ni balozi wa Ufaransa hapa Kenya.
It's such a brave thing for other countries to come and support Ukraine in these trying times, especially after the threats made. Why is it important for you to support them even when you are away from your own country?
Well, I think today we're here for two things. One, to showcase the Ukrainian culture in the context of the Russian aggression war against this country. Two, we're here to show solidarity with the people and the government of Ukraine who is facing a brutal aggression. And I'm glad and delighted that tonight we have so many friends from all over the world. We have friends from Kenya, we have friends from Europe, we have friends from everywhere. And tonight we stand with Ukraine.
You look absolutely beautiful. What inspired your look?
To look cute, always. And if you don't have to get ready, if you stay ready. And this is how big girls everywhere should be. Plus representing for Ukraine. You know, when you're here supporting people, look good while you're at it, you know.
You have seen it for yourself, the ambassadors there, the diplomats in
the
this
Vichy Vanka Day.
Exactly. And you know what? It's good to have, cheer, hospitality when you're just doing a very good charity event. And that was one of the biggest charity events.
And actually,
for a good cause.
We had Laura Mbatha. By the way, Laura, I miss you so much. We had Ayuma, who was also taking interviews of everyone. In presence, there was the director of Alliance Française. It was Charles Cordont. And then we had Mohamed El Amin Suef. The names are not naming today. He is the ambassador of the Comoros. And we also had His Excellency Pravednik Andriy, who is the ambassador of Ukraine to Kenya, the man that you just saw up on your screens. We also had His Excellency Pirkka Tapiola, as well as Mrs. Olia Tapiola. And Mr. Tapiola is actually the ambassador of Finland to Kenya, to Nairobi, sorry. And the person who will interview them is none other than Catherine Mwangi. And you'll have a chance to look at these interviews on YouTube, so make sure you catch these later on, only on eCurve.
The most amazing thing about this event is when you have diplomats, the big guys in town, interacting with such a level of hospitality with the normal people in the show.
The 1%ers were there.
You came and ghosted us, but you had a sense of what this was.
Yeah, it was. I think that it's so important for us to show our support in any way that we can. And events like this, although we might not be able to do much as a country for them exactly, but we can show them that we're with them, we support them, we see their fight. So it was important. I was there for a little bit, I dipped, but I think it was a good event. And
a good event that showcases, culture, foods.
So for the people who actually don't know what was happening, this was Vichy Vanka Day that was basically gathered friends of Ukraine who were supporting their motherland against the fight against Russia. And they had diplomatic missions and accredited people within Kenya who were attending this event from different organizations. It was a fundraiser and as well as a business and kind of a culture network program whereby everybody from different cultures who showed their solidarity for Ukraine within these tough times were present over there. As well as that, the United 24 Ukraine fundraising government charity platform was also the ones that were running the fundraise over there. Attendees also had the opportunity to enjoy performances by different Kenyan artists
and even one of the biggest Ukrainian artists.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it was Tina Carroll. That's her name. Tina Carroll was performing over there, and it was an amazing event altogether.
Like we said before, when we were just getting ready for this show, it's not good to have war. War is not a good thing. It is good when you see people coming together, just forming ourselves to say, was not a good thing. We support Ukraine.
Yes.
We support the fact that we don't want war on earth.
100% I stand in solidarity.
I think the one thing that brings us together is culture. We all have our different cultures. So if we can celebrate your culture even amidst of war, then I think we did something good here for them.
That shows peace, and it shows like a different side to Kenya as well. As much as we do have our own political problems going on within Kenya, and as much as taxes are just popping out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it is important that we are celebrating something else within our region.
Another amazing, exciting event I actually attended and I covered it. It was Drip in the City, an event by Meta, well, Instagram. And
Meta, you just said Meta.
And it was dope. Let me tell you, I had so much fun. We met with the communications director for Meta in East Africa, and she said the reason behind Drip in the City, right, is on Sundays, a lot of the youth, they're on the streets in the CBD, they're recording videos, they're dancing, they're posting content, you know, they're showing their drip. And it was like an amazing event where they decided, let's give these guys a platform that shows that as Instagram, we see them. We see you on the streets every day making your content, and this event is for you. So there was fashion shows, there was performances.
Wow.
I got a chance to interview Crazy Kenna, one of the biggest.
Oh my God.
I love him. He's so funny. And I got to ask him, like, what is the process behind you making content? And he said he started in 2015 and it's just been consistent.
You know what? What I liked about this event also, because hey, these guys have been in town every other Sunday. You just go to CBD on Sundays and you find these young kids and all that, just having their fun. And it's such an ecosystem. It's not just kids taking photos and all that for their Instagram and all that. It's a lot of ecosystem. Photographers are there, you know, doing the most, I mean, making business for themselves, videographers, and I think it also creates an entire culture as Kenyans.
Personally, as a musician, I feel like it's very hard to get recognized sometimes within Kenya. And I've always experienced this. Like, I perform with a band called Little Bit Hatke. And as much as we are Kenyan musicians, it's very hard to find a platform for my drip. So the fact that this event took place, it shows me that there's some sort of like light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah,
there is, because they made it clear that they're supporting artists, and the one thing you need is to get paid.
Yeah,
you know, if you're not making money, it's hard to support your hobbies.
It is.
So they're gonna team up and they're gonna start a monetary fund soon for people to be, you know, making money.
As a team up, we already teamed up with other guys in the course of the week, and this was H&M, the runway,
finally,
at the village,
Amen.
at the village,
Amen.
at the village market.
H&M, thank you.
And you know what? This makes the ladies here happy because it was again a ladies' affair. This was, you know, one of the best brands in the world, just bringing together all the good looks that they have for the Kenyan audience and the Kenyan consumer.
I think it's been a good month for Kenya as far as fashion is concerned. We had Aldo that opened up inside Center. Now we have H&M in Village Market. It's looking bright for us. And I saw the clothes. I thought they were like, you know, maybe not the best as they could be, but still good enough to be a first kind of stepping stone of fashion into Kenya, or at least fast fashion into Kenya.
Yeah, I hope that we see more of this. Like, H&M is dope. We like H&M. It's youthful, it's fun. Instead of going online and shopping from other countries and getting it like shipped here, we have the chance to just go into the store itself and check what's up.
So there
I think
you
that's
are.
good.
You can go and check it out. I looked at that. I just saw good prices. I wish I'd give somebody. One of these days, I should just be able to give somebody.
Yeah.
And yes, I think as Kenyans and as the organizer said, it is time the Kenyan market just absorbed what there is in the world, just to put ourselves in the map and all that. But you know what? Even as we look at that, the weekend is coming. Today is Thursday. We are headed to other events. And if I can just mention one of them or two of them.
I have like 7.
You have like 7. Probably just mention one.
Go for it.
At the Kenya National Theatre again, local artist, one of our own, Captain Otoyo, throwing one of the best comedy shows that we expect us.
I'm excited for that. I think there's so much more happening this weekend as well. I think there's, if you're a party animal like myself, I think you can find yourself at Inti. Inti usually does this like the last Friday of every month. It's called Ongaku, something like that.
I know Ongaku, that's
yeah.
What goes down?
So Inti is has this event that's like laser lights and all that, and they have like a limited number of tickets, and unfortunately it's already sold out. But that event is happening. And then there is Muse, which is happening on the same night as well. Muse, DJ Vidza is going to be live at Muse. So there's obviously that happening. And next weekend there's Gondwana.
And Gilda has been thinking, because the Pulse magazine has been doing this, Richie Spice is also in town. Actually, right now as we speak, away in Nanyuki, just doing the most for reggae.
Yes, everyone has just been like, are you going for this event? I would love to. Like, I love his music, so I'm just hoping that maybe we can find a way to make ourselves seen and show up there, as well as like Boyz II Men, which is coming up soon.
Well,
yes, you were telling me that the VIP and the VVIP tickets
sold out.
Sold
I'm
out.
guessing corporates have already like picked tables and that, you know.
I guess so. And then they obviously, there are people who are sponsors who obviously it's like a requisite to have tickets within the VIP.
Yeah.
And again, if you cannot make it to those events, guys, ECAV is here. ECAV events is going to be in all those. You know what? If they don't give us tickets, if they don't want us there, probably it's something we should just think about. What is the next event anyway?
What is the next event? Because I have so many events lined up, but mostly next weekend. That's what's coming up. We'll give you a peep into what's happening next weekend on the next show of ECAV.
All right, we'll give you that peep. But for now, just on a little break.
Ushindi cleans like no other. It lathers more and lasts long. Ushindi, a long-lasting bar that removes all stains easily.
Na unazuba hivi vitu mtaani, si upite na mita uwe mshindi. Cheza Instamita na unaweza jishindia hadi mita 10 papo hapo bila ngoja ngoja. Game yenyewe ni rahisi sana. Bonyeza *239# sasa ushiriki. Usizubae bana. Cheza Instamita leo upate nafasi ya kujishindia mamita. Over 18s only. Gaming is addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been authorized by the BCLB. License number 880.
Bitamkai ya mapiano inabidi umeibembeleza. Okay, kama neno mob ama ukimbie mansi utaipoteza.
This is the best thing that happens to you every Sunday morning.
Ini tofauti man, ini ya hembeneza. Anguka nayo.
Sunday Best Reloaded. High schools, great music.
Ngoma imeanza na uko kwa kiti, mnakoseanga sana.
Taken twice, and hearty conversations with your Sunday squad of Ben Psycho, Nyawira Gashugi, and DJ Clifter. Every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KTN Home.
Bitamkai ya mapiano inabidi umeibembeleza. Okay, kama neno mob ama ukimbie mansi.
While the rest of the world waits, just know we will bring you the runs again. And we will freeze in the stands with them, fly along with them. Just know that we will sprint and sweat with them. And never will we be late for their practice. We will meet on the mat with them and be spellbound by the legends we meet. We will witness the haka together and be grateful. We will show them doing it again. And when the time comes, we will bring them onto the grandstand.
This week on Wake Up and Make Up, it's all about the new you.
Hi there, my name is Jackie. I've come for a new look.
My guests will be giving you tips that will help you on your journey to achieve the new you.
Do you know that the life you're living now, everything that you have, whether you like it or not, is a product of your decisions?
How do you reinvent yourself?
I think the first thing is what I said, you need to have a plan.
This is Belinda. Yeah.
I love what I'm seeing.
Make sure you don't miss this episode of The New Me on Wake Up and Make Up with me, Christine Kuria.
Natembea street huko bwana kidogo kidogo mazee, yani mpaka sasa hivi bwana sijapona pona ujue nasikia.
Mpigwa na nini ndugu yangu?
Bomboazi mzee.
Minister education kule ama impregnant. Deputy wake.
Waswahili wanakuambia panya wa kanisani hula kanisani.
Nilisema nikichangia harusi, bibi harusi lazima nimkisi.
Yango ndo valayo. Harmonize.
Gali. Gali.
What is up, beautiful people? We are on eCurve, and it is time to spill my tea with our favorite Gilda. Gilda, why don't you give us a brief introduction of who you are and what exactly it is you do in this lovely life of yours?
Thank you, guys. Oh, that was such a sweet intro. I'm so happy to be here, guys. I'm having fun. This show is amazing. It's hype. It's my kind of vibe. So I'm an entertainment journalist. I've been for 1 year. I work with the amazing Stevens over here. He's taught me a lot in this 1 year since we've been together. So I thank you. You're the best. And
this is not happening to me now.
It's been an amazing journey. I have my own show. It's called Behind the Fame. We sit down with your favorite content creators, so the big ones. We've had Flacco on the show.
Oh, wow.
We've had Ombachi on the show.
Really?
Yeah, before
oh my
CNN.
God. Did he walk in and be like, done? And then he walked out?
Unfortunately, he did say done a few times. I made him say it.
Right.
But we sit down with them and we talk about the future of content creation. Like, is it sustainable as an industry? Can you make money off of it? And how? I think it's really important to let people know that this is it's a whole career.
I mean, what Gilda is not telling you that she's done many, many, many more amazing shows. I don't know why she's limiting herself, but still also runs a podcast show, right?
I do. We run a podcast called Behind the Scenes.
I think I've heard of your podcast, actually.
Yeah.
And I've heard it a few times. But for the people who haven't, please go ahead and have a listen to this, because it's something interesting about people dating in their 20s, right?
Yeah, like for me, I'm on the other side of 20, and I sit down with the younger ones who are just
How old are you, Gilda, if you don't mind me asking?
I think you can Google that.
Okay.
Maybe.
you can tell me after the show.
I'll tell
I'm
you.
sorry.
I'll
It's
tell
never
you
polite to
after.
ask a woman's age. I'm so sorry.
Luckily, I do not look my age. Okay, actually, I think I do. I'm 29.
No,
I
thought
am.
you were my age.
Really?
I'm 22.
Wow.
So this is 20-something. This is 20-something.
The 20s.
But Gilda, is it not really exciting? I mean, you enjoy the world of entertainment every day.
love it.
Every day. What is so entertaining about you being inside the entertainment itself?
I think it's the people. It has to be the people I meet, because I get to sit down and people, we connect on a human level, right? At the end of the day, you might be a huge celebrity, you might be this, you might be that. Also for me, my background is my stepfather is actually guardian angel.
Yes.
And his wife is my beautiful mother, Esther Masilla. Happy birthday, Mom. It's your birthday today.
Happy birthday, Gilda's mom.
Happy birthday. I know you're watching, so happy
Are
birthday.
you connected today? Is there a celebration somewhere? I saw people, blogs speaking that and say, there they are again.
Yeah. Well, I think they're in Naivasha right now. I think he's taken her for a little retreat.
You think or you know?
I know. I know. I just don't want to spill their business like that. But I know they're out, and he treats her like a queen, and I love that about it. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Gilda, I have a few questions for you. Okay. I want you to answer them as honestly as you can.
I will.
Okay. What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
Money.
Money.
Money moves the
You know, the
world.
president
Money runs the
also
world.
gets motivated by that.
Yeah.
You understand, right?
I'm kidding. Relax. Do not cancel me, Mr. President.
We're joking. We're joking.
The same way you are also joking.
But why not, though? I mean,
Okay, apart from that, Gilda, what problem are you solving at the moment?
My problem, I think what I'm solving is the voice of our generation, right? We want to be able to tell our stories the way we want to, not give us the narrative and we have to follow it. If you've noticed, Gen Z, we are doing it. You're doing it your way,
different way.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's nice to work in a big media house that is like looking at us and saying, okay, you get to tell your story the way you want to tell it.
I think one thing about Gen Z is like we will not stay in a place that does not value us the same way we value ourselves.
Yeah.
That's one big thing I've noticed with our generation.
And I think that's big ups to millennial mothers, right?
Yes.
And
100%.
fathers.
And you know what I like about them? I like about them because they're also ready to teach us.
That's true. We're not afraid to
And
teach
we're
you.
ready
Don't be
to
ashamed if
told.
a
By the
Gen
way,
Z is teaching you.
We don't have a problem with hanging out with you and learning from you guys.
Yeah, true, but we learn a lot from other generations as well. You know, it's not just like, it's a very symbiotic relationship that I feel Gen Z has with millennials and, you know, the baby boomers. And all of them. Yeah.
I think it's, you guys are the future, right? And it's time we just give you a voice. Be honest, be open. Show us a different way to do things, right? Like you guys have shown us, you don't have to really just be smart at what you're doing. You don't have to work. Okay, you can work hard, but there's a smarter way to do it.
Don't work hard, work smart.
Exactly.
I've heard that saying.
That's
Apart
what
from
I'm
that, we all know that, Gilda, you love talking because you have a podcast. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word?
Love. Love. Name a 4-letter word that starts with B.
Born.
Born.
B-O-R-N.
Born.
B-O-R-N. Born.
I was going to say ball, but anyways,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
If you were to write a book, what would it be about?
If I were to write a book.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's a good question. I think it would just be about love as well. I like love stories. Tell us Nairobi love stories. People, when they tell me their stories of what's going on.
Are you a hopeless romantic?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm a lover girl. I say that to everyone.
Are you a certified lover girl?
100%.
I like that.
I believe in love
much.
and it's like something that I will always believe in, like partnership and family. 100%. Even
Stevens, are you a hopeless romantic? What's your story?
I don't think I'm a hopeless romantic.
He's lost all hope.
I think I'm the man here. I mean, and I've been here long enough just to know that some things are just for happiness, others are real life. And so God
You
takes
say
me
this
there
with
every
so
day.
much
Some are
pain.
for happiness.
Who hurt you, Stevens?
God takes us there every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
100%. I like
Yeah.
that. Same. I'm
Same.
definitely a night owl. But it depends on the day, actually. Like sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like so happy for no reason. And then
Yeah.
other times I'll be like 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, let's go ahead with it.
I feel more comfortable with the dark, I think.
Do you prefer like driving or flying if you're going to like a travel destination?
Flying, please, girl, any day, me.
Flying. You know, I know somebody who's
fly.
so afraid of planes, they would rather drive like 13 hours.
I also know somebody who
Oh, no, I
uses
can't.
planes,
I wouldn't
actually.
do that.
Actually, one of the artists, the biggest artist, has phobia of flying.
Yeah.
So imagine that.
I get it, but me, I like luxury a bit.
Oh, she's a city girl.
I'm a city girl.
She's a lover
with
girl.
with a lover heart.
She's a city girl with a lover heart. What is your favorite joke? And tell it to us.
Oh, no, I don't know jokes.
She don't do jokes.
Unless you guys have one to tell me.
You know the most corny joke is like, it always starts with, a man walked into a bar.
Yeah.
That's always how it starts.
It's a stuff
Okay, I'll tell you a joke. Do you have a mirror in your pocket?
No.
Because I can see myself in your pants.
I like that one. I'm going to use that one.
So let's get a bit deeper into this whole question round with you. Your parents being celebrities, does it affect your personal life? Like, do you get the whole nepotism baby, like, you know, comments? Do you feel like your parents being a certain stature has affected your life in any way?
To be honest, it's made my life better because before people knew who I was, I introduced myself as who I am, Gilda. They didn't know Gilda, Guardian Angel, and Esther Masela yet because they talked about their kids, but they never went into detail. So there was a bit of privacy when I was entering the industry.
Yeah.
Unless you sit down with me and I tell you, this is who my parents are, you might not know, you know? So I've liked the fact that they've never really gone into detail about us kids and allowed us to do us as children, right? Even my brother, no one really knows. He's working and it's unless we tell you, like, this is what's happening. But we're there to support each other. That's one thing I love about our family. Like, we support each other's dreams. We support each other's goals.
How's it you guys at home, cooking together, eating together, conversing together? How's life in there?
It's very normal. Like, we love to eat. We love to laugh. We laugh. Like, when we're together, we sit down and we just tell jokes. So I think we're not different from any other family, as much as people see there's a
celebrity.
Yeah.
But being a celebrity, okay, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable calling you a celebrity child, because obviously I feel like now I have broken this barrier with you.
Yeah.
But for the sake of the people at home, like, do you feel like you're being spoon-fed because of your parents having a different place in life?
What do you mean by spoon-fed?
Like, do you feel like it's always been on a silver platter, or do you feel like you've had to work for your things?
You know, something that a lot of people don't know is I lost my biological dad when I was in 2016, and I fell into the deepest depression that you can think of, right? And I had to pick myself out of that depression. So when I say I know where I've come from, it might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And my family and people who have...
People who know you.
Who know me,
for who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And it's something that I champion. I champion mental health. I talk about it all the time. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be scared. Just speak, you know. So I wouldn't say I've been spoon-fed, because bringing yourself out of something so deep, it gives you a different view on life.
Well, on the flip side, again, people speak, people talk, people gossip.
Of course.
They gossip about, of course, your parents and all that. Do you get to take offense, or how do you carry yourself around all these murky
And if I could
blogs
add
and
on
all
to
that?
his question, where would you see yourself in 5 years, like, of your career? As a career, you know, independent woman, where would you see yourself?
I'm looking at you guys and I like where you guys are sitting. This is a good place. This is a good place to be. I would love to be on live TV. I'd love to have my own show. Like, have guests over, like the Kenyan Oprah, although I'm a bit more fun, City Girl Oprah.
City Girl, Lover Girl, Oprah.
So I see that. And as for people talking about my family and their jokes, like, jokes will fly. At the beginning, I was so pissed. I was like, I'm going to fight all of you. Don't talk about my mom like that.
Yeah.
But as we've grown, it's like you realize people will talk and they'll move on.
Yeah.
There's a new story every day, so it's fine as long as
That's
I see the
exactly
love.
how I feel as well. There's always going to be a new story every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, given that you've been raised in a celebrity household, okay, and I'm so sorry that I keep going back there,
Yeah,
but it
it's
is
fine.
something that people can learn from.
Yeah.
You know, so if you were to tell your 5-year-old self something, especially in the career, like the path that you're in, what would you tell 5-year-old Gilda?
Like, girl, you have no idea. Get ready. Wow, it's going to be a ride. You're going to meet interesting people like you guys, and they're going to support you. There's going to be people who say no, but keep pushing. Someone will say yes. And the 5-year-old me, about having celebrity parents, my mom is such a humble person. I don't even think she was ever ready to be a celebrity.
Did you know that when did you find out that she was a celebrity?
When they started dating.
So when people started talking?
Yeah, no. When she started smiling at her texts. I was like, why smiling, girl? What's happening? What's new?
Right.
I knew it was something that took her by surprise as well. And that's why I support it so much. Because it was not something like, oh, I'm freely going into this. They knew
When
that...
did you get into that story? I mean, they had their secrets and all that. They had their moments. But at some point, you had to be led into it with the rest of the family.
The one thing you guys don't know, me and my mom are best friends. So there was no hiding. You know, she was very
Straight up.
honest about what was going on. And I could see every emotion like change, and this is what was happening. So when I say I saw the development, and why I support it. Yeah, yeah, that's why I support it, because I know it was very real and it was very scary for her and so scary for him, you know, because he didn't know what to do. He thought maybe, am I ruining her life? You know, but then when I say trust God, just trust God, because he can flip the story from one thing to something else. And
Do you
won't
remember
even know.
the first thing he ever said to you?
My mom called me when she had just met him that day, and she said, listen to this song, and it was Radha. And I didn't know the song, so she said, do you know who this is? And I said, Willie Paul. She was like, No. No.
That's
so
not really
that's how
Paul.
we got introduced. He's like, hi, I'm Guardian. So we actually talked the first day they met.
But you know, Gilda, I want to talk more about you.
Yes.
And I know you would like to let everybody into your life as well as an individual, as an independent woman in her career.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell everyone where they can find you so that they could learn more about your life on socials and everything? Let us know.
So if you want to see pictures, then you can check out my Instagram. It's only Gilda, which is only Gilda. The only, but also only, it's only me, you know?
There's
So
only
it's
one
fine.
Gilda, guys.
Yeah, and it's only me in a humble way.
If I can add, if I can add, Gilda is the young guys who are writing the Pulse magazine. Gilda are the ones who are running the Standard Entertainment online and every good thing that's going on.
Stevens,
right
man,
now.
let her tell us where we can find her.
And if you want to,
I know she does want to
yeah,
know.
I love like working with Stevens because he always pushes me. He says, talk about what you're doing. It's crazy. It's amazing. Like we're really getting into entertainment in Nairobi and in Kenya, and we're getting amazing opportunities. So if you want to hear me banter, I'm on Twitter as well, Gilda Naibe.
And
there
obviously
I'm
your,
a bit
your
more
podcast.
free. And obviously my podcast, Behind the Scenes, we shoot it every Friday. It is on our Standard Entertainment. No, the Standard page, just go to podcasts. And then you'll see Behind the Scenes.
All right. Thank you so much, Gilda, for being with us today. Once again, let's give Gilda a round of applause. Stevens, a round of applause. Thank you so much. Alongside me, I have Stevens Mwendo, the king of paps, obviously the lovely Gilda who joined us today, and myself, Isha Jobin Putra. You can find me anywhere on those names. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week, only on eCurve.
I'm not independent in a bad way.